Well, would you look at that? Would you just take a look at that? I sold 2 things on Depop. Today we're going to be packing stuff up. I'm going to show you what's selling on eBay right now. It's November 14th on a Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. Let's get to it. eBay sold quite a bit of items. I don't even know, 30, 20 something, I don't know. Poshmark 8, Depop 2, Mercari goose egg. So I'm really excited about Depop because I have 0 Depop sales so far in December. I know, it's crazy, but that's why I cross-listed over there still, because one was 43, one was 60. That's $100. I'll take an extra 100 a month. Give me that side hustle. Let's get into it. I'm going to tell you what sold on what platform. Welcome in. We'll start off with my favorite brand, Polo Ralph Lauren. Polo Ralph Lauren pants. So anything Polo Ralph Lauren that screams unique, obviously that in the background is super unique, but anything that screams unique, these are super special. They have like this tie. First of all, let's talk about all the unique things. They have the waist tie, you don't see in that, with the stretchy waistband. It also has this, what do you call that, houndstooth on there. Yeah, and it's also like a linen blend, tailored slim fit. Anyways, linen blend. These were the $60 sale on Depop. So $60 for these on Depop. Again, anything a little bit out of the ordinary on Polo Ralph Lauren stuff sells. Hopefully you learned something new in this. As always, appreciate you guys coming in. I do go live Monday mornings and usually Wednesday mornings at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you have any questions, pop into those. You can always rewatch those too. If you want to see me talk to the chat, answer any questions, all that sort of stuff. But this one is recorded. We're not live today. Well, I'm live right now, but no chat. Okay, that goes out the door. And then some Lululemon. I almost saved these for like the spring and summer. Lululemon men's pants. These are in the sweats. I don't know if someone thought they were women's or whatever, but you can see they have the zip and their joggers. So anytime you see that cinch at the bottom, you need to put jogger in the title. I had a pretty good picture of these where it showed the zip and the little hit right there. Lululemon, these sold for 43, paid 5. I paid 10 for those, I think. Paid 5 for these on Depop. So how about it? Depop, let's go. Gotta make sure I keep cross-listing over there. Make that money. $100. Hey, for a retired teacher like myself, $100 is a decent amount of money. You know what I mean? So Lululemon, check the sweatpants section, and make sure with Polo Ralph Lauren, of course, anything unique, probably want to get it if you can get it at a decent buy cost. Let's get into eBay sales. We'll do eBay then Poshmark. With the eBay sales, I will let you know if it's a promoted sale that help it sell. I promote it 9% right now in November. I know all the stuff changing in July or in January. We'll get to it then. And then I'll tell you if it's a Nifty sale, which Nifty sends out the offers, as a lot of you guys know who watch my channel. I use the Nifty cross lister. Sends out the offers, and I can tell because everything I list is like $18.99 or $21.99. It'll come in at a weird price, or I'll just say it's a regular eBay sale. That way you can kind of have an idea of how my sales are coming in, maybe what you need to adapt or whatever if you want to get some more sales, which is probably not that hard to get more than me. Brooks Brothers tie, made in the US of A, very nice. And this is just a Brooks Brothers tie. Yeah, I picked these up for $1.99. Some of our thrift stores even have them at 99 cents. This sold for $18.99 on the Bay, and it sold via promoted listing. So eBay is going to get like 21, 22% of that sale. I bought it for $2, $1 or $2. So I don't care. I'm fine with that. Also, you're going to see me, again, if you've never been to my live, I have a huge roll of all the labels. I get all my stuff out of my inventory, which is just inventory like a closet. So I have all my Polo Ralph Lauren sweaters in a bin, all my jersey type things in a bin, stuff like that. So I just go pull it, put it in order here, and then print out all my labels. So you're going to see me check my phone just to make sure it's going to the right person. It's going out the door. Brooks Brothers ties. I like them. Just make sure there's no stains on the front. That's pretty much all I look for, even snags. Sometimes if there's a little snag, you can snip it off. But if there's stains, I just leave it behind. I don't mess with it. This is an LL Bean hoodie. I took a best offer on this. Never found one like this before. Again, LL Bean is also a brand, bread and butter, that's unique. Some items go really well, obviously, like the barn jackets and anything vintage. This is a 2XL tall. It's a full zip with the work pockets, and it's got the pockets here, and it's flannel, kind of lightweight flannel with the hood. So I would call that a shacket, right? Isn't that the name of that? A shacket? Took a best offer of $27, and this was $5.99. My lightweight jackets are $5.99. My thrift stores pretty much have set prices, so my average cost of goods is about $5.25. So just keep that in mind if I forget to tell you guys any of the prices that I sold things at. The LL Bean, already told you a couple of the items to keep your eyes out for. I just actually took pictures of some LL Bean fleeces this morning. Those are just a staple of mine. $18.99, buyer pays shipping. By the way, I changed my shipping to, if some of you guys are new, under a pound, flat rate 7, over a pound, flat rate 10. So that's what I changed it to. Promoted listing. This is a 3XB Polo Ralph Lauren, just a crew neck. Just a crew neck sweatshirt, and it's in good condition, never been worn, almost looking condition. As I always say, a lot of these cotton, I kind of stay away from if they look like they've been washed a whole bunch of times. They just look too washed out, and people don't want that. People don't want that. Beautiful fold on that one. Again, that was a promoted listing. So paid $4.99 for that, and it sold for $30. Fine promoting at 9%. That's good. How are you guys doing on Depop out there? You guys, usually I'm talking to a chat. How's Depop? I'm happy with those 2 sales on a Friday. Let's go. Tyler, thank you for buying that on eBay. Next item is a jersey. The picture is awful. I can tell you right now, it's on my old background, which is my kitchen floor, which I took pictures there for 8 years with just my kitchen lighting. Now I have a nice new little setup. This was on that, and this took a long time to sell. This is just a World Jerseys new with tag cycling jersey. Picked it up, new with tag, had unique print, $5. I bet this took 2 years, two and a half years to sell. $22.99 regular sale, organic through eBay. You know what I mean? So look out for jerseys, cycling jerseys. The best one, I forget the name, but it has a scorpion on it. Those do really well. Castilla, something like that. Just look for the one with the scorpion on it. Next item is a Nifty sale. So Nifty sent out a 10% offer. $21.60 is what this sold for. This is a Lacoste, and I've actually had this in my bin since last season, so last fall and winter. Lacoste size 7, which you can look online and convert the chart to that. It's a 2XL, and just a quarter zip. Lacoste quarter zip. $21.60, so I probably had it at $22.99 and 10% offer with Nifty. As always, I'm always going to shout out Nifty because it makes me more money. It's going to make you more money. We'll see how many we do. There we go. I'm going to put it in, do I put it in big bag or little bag? Big bag, little bag. We'll do a little bag. Paid $5 for that. Lacoste, again, kind of like Polo Ralph Lauren. These sweaters like this, they have to be in kind of crispy condition. They look like they've been washed a whole bunch. I just leave them behind for $5. I'm not picking them up and sitting on them for a long time. I don't want to have people return them either. Next item is let's make sure it's going to the right person. HY, it is. Okay, so this is high retail, lower resale brand All Saints. But this was special. This is $5.99. This was unique. Look at this. It's got the Sherpa lining on the inside, flannel. Again, I think it's a shacket. No pockets down here, but it's got the work pockets. This brand, I normally don't. I used to pick it up all the time. But now I'm more selective with this brand. By the way, I'm going to put this in a Ground Advantage box, which you get online. You have to call if you have a Poshmark account. So if you're not selling on Poshmark, get over there and do it. Again, Nifty, try it for free. The link below, in the description below. To cross list over there, and you can get your Ground Advantage boxes like this one instead of using your own. This is going out Ground Advantage. This guy sold for $50. It took a best offer for $50. Paid $5.99 for it. So All Saints, like t-shirts, I don't pick up anymore. Some of the button-ups I do. Some of them I don't. Just depends. I'll pick up sweaters and stuff. Again, my buy cost is $5.25 usually. So there that goes. Next item is you guys, if you watch my lives, you see me pack a million of these. I still have a ton. This is a cut tag. When Polo or whoever donates in, they cut the tags. But so I put new without tags. You can see it has the little sticker right there. New without tags. I bought a whole bunch of these for $10 a piece. They've been selling for $29.99, and this was an organic sale. Usually these have been selling promoted listings, so I'll go with the organic sale. But yeah, these were at a mom and pop store. Someone donated them, and they had prices all over the place with these and some others. And so I'm like, listen, I'll buy everything you have, and they were happy for me to do that, because that's a big chunk of money that they got that day that they can put towards their it's a non-for-profit store. This is a goodie. All right, we have a Polo Ralph Lauren made in the USA blazer right here. It's not Lauren Ralph Lauren, it's Polo Ralph Lauren. Looky, you got to have that blue label. That's going to bring you more money. And it has the buttons that are the nice equestrian helmet. 3 buttons, not as attractive. I do have a double-breasted. I think I'm going to sell for around $200. I have it listed, and I'm getting offers. I'll bet I get $200 for it. So here's the difference. This sold for $90. I took a best offer for $90. Lauren Ralph Lauren, they sell for about $40 to $50 for me. The Lauren Ralph Lauren with the gold buttons. The double-breasted Polo Ralph Lauren that I have, $200. Double this is what it's going to sell for. It's just a matter of days. Come back and watch. What I do with these, I roll these up like this, roll them up like a burrito, and I always put them in a padded priority flat rate. People don't mind the cost of these, and it keeps it a little bit more protected, and the roll makes it so it keeps the wrinkles out. That's how I've always shipped my blazers, and you can see, I do it really quick. You know what I mean? I can do it really quick. Sorry about that. Thomas, got that. Next item, so hopefully you learned some things about Polo Ralph Lauren blazers right there, and Lauren Ralph Lauren blazers. Gold button. This is a LL Bean flannel lined shirt, like the camas cloth, whatever. I don't, I can't pronounce half the words, but I know how to spell them. I know what to look for. But it's a LL Bean flannel lined. I don't remember the last time I found a flannel lined one of these, but you can tell probably if you're looking at this. I know you're probably listening or listening to this in the background, which is exactly what I do too. But if you do look at this, it's a little bit washed out. But I still picked it up. I was on the fence. It was $5. Sold the same week for $22.99. Sold via promoted listing. So you can see I get quite a few sales via promoted listing. And if you're out there, some of the people from eBay Open, after I spoke, some people asked me, like, what are your thoughts on promoted and everything? And I went down my phone. I'm like, here are my recent sales. Promoted, Nifty, promoted, Nifty, regular, promoted, Nifty. And they were like blown away. So you kind of have to pay to play on eBay. I know we don't want to, but it's just the way it goes. If you keep your buy costs low, it is what it is. Here's some Canali pants. So Canali is the brand. Usually I'm finding these in suits and blazers. Just found some regular wool pants with these. So I list these a little bit cheaper, probably than most people, but again, they sell quick. At $23.99, I list these in a week. A lot of these items, I have Nifty send out offers after 7 days of it being listed. So if they're good items, I don't let Nifty send out the offers until after 7 days. You can do it right away, but I like to maybe let it get an organic sale, like this one did, organic sale, before I start sending out offers. So that one was less than a week. This one I took a best offer on. It is a LL Bean, but oh God, you guys are going to be so mad at me again. Katandon Ironworks? I don't know. Just come back over and look at the screen, and you're going to see that right there. LL Bean is written real small on the side, but this is I love finding these. This is a good condition one too. It's got the Sherpa again on the inside, really heavy, really warm, and you probably guessed it, it's going to one of these ground boxes right here. This sold for $35. I paid $5.99. Like I said, zip up hoodies, zip up light jackets cost me $5.99 at my thrift stores. Oh, and next week, you might be watching this in 2 weeks, but next week I'm going to Chicago for a work trip, which means for me, drive up there. We're Bearded Thrifter, and we're going to thrift from morning to close one day. We're going to wake up the next day and thrift morning to close. See how many items we can get. And that is the type of work trip I like to do. That is like fun for me. I can tell you though, by the end of the day, I'm wore out. And like my fingers are wore out from going through everything. But you guys don't care about that. I just look out for a thrift haul probably video. Be interesting. I like going to different cities. Chicago's 3 hours away from me. Brooks Brothers. I took a best offer on these because they have a hole on it. These would have been probably like $50 or $60 if they didn't have a hole. I don't know where it is, but they have a hole on them. They're Brooks Brothers, like, what do they call it? Night Watch plaid? Like a Night Watch plaid or tartan plaid? I think Night Watch plaid. On these guys, I took a best offer of $31 because they had a hole. Again, if you find this plaid wool, Brooks Brothers, Polo Ralph Lauren, charge up on these. They sell really well. They're really popular, especially obviously this time of year, fall and winter. They do well. $5, $31, and whole. But it's out the door. So some things, even if it has a flaw in it, are worth getting. I'll give you a good example. Arc'teryx. If I find anything Arc'teryx for cheap, even if it has a little bit of a flaw, I'm picking it up. Now you guys are just going to have to be patient with me because you know we're going to go through some bread and butter items that sold back to back to back. You know what my favorite brand is? Polo Ralph Lauren. Just a button down shirt. The collar's buttoned down. I like finding these in different colors, colorful colors. But I'll buy them no matter what for the most part. So I'm there in good condition. $19.99 for this organic sale on this Polo Ralph Lauren. Paid $5. Again, I can go through and pick these up. Since I have so many listed and sold, I'm really quick at taking photos of these. I take about 5 photos in less than a minute, and then I can list it in less than a minute because I sell similar. So about a $10 profit or $12 profit for 2 minutes worth of work. To be honest, maybe if they're unbuttoned, buttoning them takes the most time. This one does not have a horse, but it has the 2 pockets right here and here. So the work pockets, you want to put that in the title. And it's also a size small. A lot of people skip over small. Small people need clothing too, right? This is $21.99 is what this sold for. So this actually sold for more than the one with the pony hit. Believe it or not, it did. And this next one is kind of unique too. So we got the regular one with the hit. We had this one, no logo, but it does have the work pockets. Deborah, things Deb. And then this one is unique because it's called gauze. It has an extra layer in it. It's not real thick, but it's a Polo Ralph Lauren with like an extra layer. You can almost pull them apart. This shirt right here, just listed it. I bet it didn't even sell. Yeah, just $23.99 organic sell. I just listed this. $23.99. Price just a little bit more, and I found an exact comp on this one. So I priced it accordingly. $4.99 out the door. This next item I should have put in my whatnot, but I already took pictures of it. And with this brand, they have a code on it, and you can look at the code and find the exact model really easily. The brand is Viore. So all my women's clothing, no matter what I put in my whatnot shows, because I don't list women's clothing anymore because it's awful to do. But these are Viore joggers. I thought they were men's. They ended up being women's after looking at the code, and they sold for $39.99 on eBay. So sorry, whatnotters. I would have put it in there, but I do have other stuff, some other stuff to put in there. Obviously, I have tons of stuff to put in there. $39.99. Paid $5 on those. Viore, better than Lululemon, in my opinion. Probably the best exercise brand you can find, athleisure brand you can find, like halfway on the regular. Like, you know, I'm not talking about like Grails, but all right, excuse me. 511 Tactical. I love finding these strike pants. So the strike pants, I only know because I've listed them so many times before, but they usually have the ripstop and the little cross on them. These were a good size too, like longer. And they sold for $22.99 organic sale. I like these organic sales. These are nice. Very nice. And let me make sure it's going to Donald. But yeah, also with 511, you guys watched I actually just put this in my last thrift haul video. You guys know there's a code. If you look at the tag, the back tag, there's a code. It's a 5-digit code with starting with a 7. Anything 511, that's how you look up the model number, and you can find the exact pair of whatever. The exact pair of pants, whatever it may be. Here's another one of these Polo Ralph Lauren sweaters. Don't need to talk about it. We just talked about it. Well, we can talk about how your day is. Today's Friday. I hope you had a great day. I hope you get lots of sales this weekend. You need to really be listing now you need to be listing all the time, but really start listing heavy now between now and like the middle of December. Anything winter and fall. Now, middle of December, get it all listed. ASAP. $21.60 for this Lululemon quarter zip. This is an extra small. Oh, it's a small or an extra small? Extra small. A lot of people wouldn't pick this up, right? Extra small, bought it for $5. Lululemon, you know, it's got the little notches right there. I think most people know Lululemon by now, but it is an extra small, and yeah, I did pick it up because extra small people need them too. $21.60. That was also a Nifty sale. Nifty sent out that offer for 10% off while I was sleeping or coaching or eating good food, because that's one of my favorite things to do. Brian, thank you, Brian. Again, you know I'm fast. I'm quick. Showing you what I sold. You have any questions, leave them in the comments. Come to my lives. I got more to do. But trying to go through this and being able to show you as much as possible without wasting your time. These are Ariat jeans. Ariat, my favorite brand of jeans. Probably my favorite brand of jeans that I can find semi-often, kind of like Vuori. Maybe I find these a little more often than Vuori. Ariat, they sell so well. Really thick stitch. Most of you guys know it. Ariat, almost everything sells well. Jeans are $7.99 where I live. So I paid up a little bit, but I can price these up a little bit. $34.99 for these jeans. These in BKE are good. And Big Star. Just sold a pair of Big Star the other day. And those sold for $34.99 via promoted listing. So eBay did its little deal. Sent out promoted. Making sure it's going to the right person. Which it is. Remington. Wow, Remington. Wonder what you were named after, Remington. All right, next item, Polo Ralph Lauren quarter zip. Again, this is not washed out. Quarter zip XL. Just a little quarter zip XL sweatshirt. Cotton, maybe cotton blend, something like that. $21.99, sold via promoted listing. So eBay's going to get their cut. You can tell how much Polo Ralph Lauren stuff I sell. It's my favorite brand to resell. Always has been. It's my favorite brand, period. That jacket back there, so sexy. I mean, like, to me. I know to you, it's probably not. Like, but to me it is. My wife, no, not to her. This sold via Nifty too. $29.70. These are a pair of new with tags. Really wide leg Jordan pants. The comps weren't great on these, but they sold. They were women's. Sorry, women, I had these on there too. That's probably why. I don't know, but whatever. These legs are so wide. I'm not trying to say wide leg. I'm just saying these were wide. So they sold for $29.70. Paid $7.99 for these. I don't think I've ever seen Jordan like wide leg jean type pants before. Yeah, definitely a niche on those. I mean, people love those, the wide leg, but I don't know if they're going to put Jordan in there. They're going to put more like a Jinko or something. Last item on eBay before we get to our Poshmark sales. I just listed another one of these. Brand is Farty. It's these jeans, stretchy. These are 32 by 32, so pretty good size. These sold for $34.20, also a Nifty sale. Get your Nifty. And we cross-list over to Poshmark and do that too. These sold, and these are going out ground advantage. So Farty, whatever you call it. You should go see how much the retail prices are. Like, go to Nordstrom's. Go to Nordstrom's and go look and see how much. Go to the website if you don't want to leave your house. That's probably a better idea. Look how much these things are. It's probably like $138. So someone got a good deal. All those people that say no one buys used clothing, they do. They don't want to spend 150 bucks. All right, so Poshmark sales. I'll bring some of these up here, and then we can do them. I'll bring all of them. I'll bring all of them up here, and we'll do this one first. This is a good one. Poshmark sale. Sold 8 things on Poshmark. Again, kind of consider Poshmark, Depop, Mercari my side hustles because eBay is my main source. Ever since I started cross-listing, like that's all extra good money. But this is a Travis Matthew, new with tags. But look, it's got this embroidery right here, and it's got a big embroidery on the back. And it's one of those like, I hold it up. It's $5.99 zipped, you know, little jacket. I'm like, do I want to get it or not? I'm like, it's Travis Matthew new with tags. Like, someone will buy it, even if I price it cheap. Someone bought it for $48. $48. Let's go. It's gonna go one of these because we're going out. Poshmark now. Ground Advantage. These are the padded envelopes. If I can get it in there. If I can't get it in there, which I don't think I'm gonna be able to. I'll just put it in, I'm just going to put it in one of my own bags. I don't have a ton of these. These are great. These really big poly mailers. I don't have a ton of those left. I did order more, so we'll see how long that takes. But anywho, Travis Matthew with the embroidery on it, $48. Yeah, I'm surprised too. So if you're out there, you see that stuff. I mean, also, you can take the time to try to take that stitching out. Not me. Profits over projects. I'm not getting an extra $20 and spending an hour trying to take that out, and I don't even know what I'm doing when I do that. These are Bird Dog. Bird Dog are great. You have your little bird right there, your little bird in the back, and then a lot of times these trick people because there's nothing like on the waistband that tells you what it is. You have to look at the inside pocket. Bird Dog right there. Boom for your broomstick. Size 34-34. Really good pair of pants. Bird Dog. $29. $29, paid $4.99 for these. These will go out one of these padded. So yeah, I mean, if you are on Poshmark and you haven't gotten these or whatever, it's no big deal. You just ship it out in your own poly mailer. It's not that big a deal. It is nice them giving us things. But I know a lot of people haven't gotten theirs or they're back ordered or whatever. I don't have many left, and I'm waiting. I have boxes, but not a lot of these bags. But just use your own. It's no big deal. You can write off your materials at the end of the year. And your eBay store and Nifty. I always like to say those things. Write them all off. Next item's an Untuck It with an awful picture on my wood floor. I can't believe someone even made an offer on this. I think I sold it for $15. When someone made an offer on this, I like immediately took it because it's on my wood floor. All those pictures, if you go to my eBay store, SurfStufFinds.com, like I have an eBay store, you can look at all my stuff, how I take pictures, all that stuff. If you see how those pictures were, they're not good. I got sales. I sold. That was my business. But now my pictures look much better, like I talked about earlier in the video. $15, I took it. I'd price that up at like $18.99 and it'd probably sell pretty quickly if I took it on my my new background. And here is a Purdue Boiler Up, Purdue, player issued top. And this sold for $20. $20. Purdue player issued top. I'm just going to put this one on my own. Again, I talk about player issued stuff all the time, kind of my lives. Yeah, if you live near a college that's well known or well attended or NFL, any major league sports, you go to the thrift store. A lot of people donate that stuff. So you can find player issued. Just look for like the tag on the neck that you can't get off, and that's how you know it's either team issued or player issued. Vineyard Vines. This is another one on that black background, and it's blue. So you can only imagine what the picture looked like. It was awful. Vineyard Vines, boop, size extra small, and it sold for $15 also. Don't at me. Don't come at me. I know, but listen. It was on the wood. I just took it. Those pictures are bad. It's probably a Nifty recreate. Someone saw it right away and made an offer. I'll take it. Out the door. So now I have however much they take, I'll have a little bit of money. I didn't lose money. I don't lose money on this stuff, you know. But I'll save the best for last in a second. And then these are a pair of cool pants, KUHL. I talk about these in my lives and stuff like that. Cool pants that just after these. They also have the name of them on the inside pocket, which really helps when you list these, because you don't have to try to find the exact model. It's right there for you. So the listing is much quicker. These, so I have it written down. That's why I keep looking down here. $40 for these. $40 for these. Bought them for $5. Putting these in one of these Ground Advantage padded envelopes like that. Stuff it in. And no, I don't use any other bags to pack the stuff. It's just how I do it. Boom, done. Last item. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel. Appreciate y'all. And don't forget to come to my live if you can. I know a lot of people are working whatever. You can always put it like my phone down and then put like your little earbud in and ask questions along the way, because I'd be happy to answer them. Former teacher, you guys know that, retired teacher. And I've been reselling since the beginning of time. Abercrombie and Fitch. Vintage tag right there. Just a crew neck sweatshirt with a big Abercrombie and Fitch right there. This thing sold really quickly for $23. $23, and I will ship this in one of these bigger envelopes because it's a little bit thicker, got a little bit more girth. But yes, look for Abercrombie and Fitch. I'm starting to see like not just Y2K, but like the little bit past Y2K years, like 2005, 2006. Like I'm seeing Victoria's Secret and BB and some of the Abercrombie and Hollister and some of that stuff do well, especially in the women's. I know a lot of you guys already know that, but I don't know. All I do know is we just packed like 40 items together, I think, maybe something like that. Appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you in the next one.